Hello guys, back at it again with another video. This time we're doing something a little bit different in honor of my Optic Gaming's big win at CoD Champs over the weekend. We're going to be breaking down one of their maps, one of the most important maps for me, I think, in this series, which was map 4 Vault Hardpoint, where Optic take the cake in a very close fight, and particularly I really want to highlight Dashy today. He is my favorite player, guys, and I really want to highlight his performance today because, sorry, in this map, because it was such a tight game, and really I think not dropping a hard point was really super key to Optic's win here because Vancouver played really well in the controls and the S&Ds, but not really letting their throat up. In the hard points really gave Optic, I think, a bit of an edge. And as we can see here, it was such a tight map. Mercules and Shotzzy didn't have the greatest of all-round maps. I know Shotzzy had a really big play in this map towards the end, but it was a really tight one. And Vancouver played pretty well. And Dashy's performance here, 1.79, 43 kills, most kills in the lobby, least deaths, biggest kill death differential, and 4,500 damage with a minute 15 in the hill. A really complete performance. Optic really kind of stood on the shoulders of this performance here, and they really needed it to dig him out. Like, he showed up in a big way. And I think the actual complete nature of the performance and why I really want to break his performance down in particular is because I think it really signifies how far he's come as a player from when he first debuted back in World War II so many years ago to a player that consistently makes a lot of great decisions and makes plays for the win. For me, one thing in particular I want to highlight about Dashi, and I'm going to dive in some clip breakdowns of this map, is the fact that he's really an active AR. I think a lot of AR players, particularly in like ranked and like amateurs, is you might see them getting caught up being a little bit too passive. Dashi really thinks about his next step and is really active on the map, and it means that his team benefits off of it because he makes kind of heads up plays. I'm going to highlight a few here. So we'll go over to the map on YouTube, and this is the first one here. So he's number 4 on the mini map here, and he's going to get a huge two-piece here. I'm going to let this play through. And instantly here, we see he picks up the mini-map information straight away. He sees the Optic on this side of the map here. He knows that now it's likely that Surge are going to be on this side of the map here, because we kind of break it down into like two halves. His team are here. It's kind of he makes that instant kind of really quick. And I think CoD, I always say, is kind of a game of being able to make decisions the fastest, being able to interpret information and process information the fastest. It's not a very complex game, but it's a really quick game. And those who can process the information and make decisions the quickest, be decisive, are the ones that will occupy the map, get that control, and tend to win more. And Dashy does that like amazingly well here. Instantly flips around, gets this lobby area control, this open area control here, knows that obviously narrows down that Surge are going to be spawning on this art side, statue side of the map. And so this really makes things difficult for Surge because he lets Shotzzy get onto the time, and Optic are now soaking P1, and Surge can't really push through this area. If they do, they're going to have to deal with Dashy, which is going to waste time for them, or they're going to have to take long routes around the left or go around the pool side. And that, again, is going to waste time and allow Optic to kind of, secure that time on P1. And I think it's such a great kind of heads-up play. It's such a simple thing. And I think most people might say, oh, it's not really that special. But I think the speed that he does that, gets the two-piece, instantly moves up the map, takes up more space, I think just makes it kind of easier for his team. Okay, guys, the next clip I want to kind of break down here is a little bit of this unselfishness that I was talking about, and this wanting to make plays for the team. Here we're going to see Dashy spawn up here, over here. He spawns up number 4, and now his team, Optic, are in a bit of a sticky situation because Surge have the good side. This P3 here, on this side of the map here, this is one where a lot of teams try to chain it together with P3, P4 and soak up a lot of time. Because if you control these side spawns, it's perfect, because Arc gives you a really great spot to watch over the hill, allow your teammates to soak up the pressure, and anyone pushing from this side and pushing the front is always going to be met with an AR player generally here, and it's a really good power position to control this map. And also this player number 5, he can also switch between the two balconies and help watch mid and the left side. So they have, and obviously gives it the kind of the side for P4 as well. So really, Optic want to break this hill here. Dashy could easily kind of go to hill, probably get kill number 8, pick up some time, get some kills and hill time on his stat sheet. But instead, he takes a really like wide route. Essentially, he's not in any engagements at this moment, but he's going to take a really long route here. And it helps that Shotzzy goes off here in art and picks up some really huge kills. Distracts number 7 as well. But Dashy's going to play off of that and take this route, pick up a huge kill here on Nasty, and that's it. And now they flip the map completely. We can see number 5 here spawning up here. And Optic now have control with 16 seconds left on P3, and they're going to go into P4 with a huge amount of time, and that's a really smart play. Again, obviously they're pros, so we expect this higher level of thinking and stuff, but it's just something, something so simple, but gives he plays off of his teammate really well. Obviously credit to Shotzzy for getting a huge set of kills there and being a nuisance in bottom art. But Dashy really makes a heads up play, gets on his bike, does that, and it secures a great amount of map control going into the next hill for Optic. This next one, guys, I want to break down. I'm talking about Dashy getting active. Like, he's not a slow AR by any means. He can sit, he soaks, and he really plays his his life well in hill. We're going to see here. He's going to pop a huge 3-piece. Shotzzy dies here, picks up one, gets Nasty, and he's just like sliding around hill, like playing like you would expect like a sub player to play. Doesn't overextend, knows that Hook's here, like locking this lane down, and he just look at him, he's just cleaning up kills, and he's not passive. Like, a lot of people might just sit in hill, stay down, and expect their teammates to kind of slay around them, but instead he's kind of like poking in and out of hill, or like poking the kind of lines of sights and helping pressure down. He gets 4 kills here, I think, or he's on a 5 here clearly. The 4 from inside the hill, and it's massive pressure for Optic because it staggers Surge insanely, and they just can't put together a coordinated push to break the hill. And it's so vital, and I think that him doing that, not just being kind of a traditional AR locking down the lane or from outside the hill, or being in a power position on a heady, he's actually in hill doing this, and I think that's why he was this Swiss Army knife game that he had on this. It was so valuable for the team. Another great play here. This is Dashy just being amazing mechanics here. A really tough gunfight here. He's weak against the Boozer. I'm just going to let this play through here. But yeah, just keeps backing up, using the Omni movement to his advantage. And it's a big kill, because I think here, why particularly Optic are really split around the map. They have map control to an extent, but Vancouver have the spawns for the good side. 2 is kind of isolated here, and I think if Dashy doesn't get this kill, it leaves Shotzzy in a really precarious position, because I reckon Abuzer's really going to go around here and get this kill on 2. So Dashy staying up there and getting that kill kind of puts gives a little bit more freedom for Shotzzy to make a play as well, to push down this left-hand side. But it's just great mechanics, and I think we're kind of seeing it all: smart plays, but pristine mechanics, and just some amazing things. And that I'm gonna kind of, the next clip we look at as well. Again, we're going to see some amazing, sort of superstar level plays from Dashy. Now, guys, this is probably my favorite sequence of plays here. is going to be Dashy just absolutely taken over in this sequence. And this P2 was so huge. This next P2 was so huge for Optic. They got so much time off of it. Really put them in the driver's seat for the end of this map. And yeah, I'm just gonna let this one play through, and you guys can see this amazing plays from Dashy here. Gets an insane four-piece there, picks up 4 kills on P2 and just destroys Vancouver there. Their whole push to get this P2 is just completely destroyed. Optic able to soak some amazing time. And he just rips. I'm just going to go back and see if I can get this. Absolutely rips 04 off this heady. Now, one thing I want to say about this play is everyone's going to say, that's the kind of God-given talent. You can't really teach that. I've been in Dashy streams a lot. Like, I am such a fanboy of this guy. And I see, like, the amount of bots this guy shoots. Like, he actively works on his ability to kind of just have a laser beam for a shot. And I think, yeah, there's a degree of kind of having that natural talent and probably the control and feel over the controller to kind of do that along with years of playing. But he practices and practices this so much. Like his shot is a culmination of just hours and hours of being able to pull off these kind of kills, and he just rips 04 off of this. And this gives Optic so much map control. I think 2 would have killed him anyway. Shotzi would have killed him there anyway. But I think it's just a massive momentum 4-piece. Then he, again, being active, we talk about it, instantly goes up to Cat. Or goes up to, sorry, this truck here and gets this kill on Neptune. And again, staggers their push. And he's just constantly doing this. And one thing I want to highlight, guys, is I started this clip at around 47:04 of a timestamp. He's going to stay alive here for like 40 seconds, gets another kill, 5 spree now, and he's still alive here, just locking down. You can see him, his arrows just switching between different angles. Like, he's not just staying still watching one thing, he's flicking between different things, making sure his team is helping, trying to get info, and he's staying alive for so long. And this is what kind of helps his kill death differential. He's just alive for so long, taking up space on the map, and he doesn't die for another 10 seconds here, I think. I'm just going to let this play through. Watching this back, yeah, he's up here, I think. Yeah, now he dies. He's alive for 40 seconds on a hill, and his team is soaking. He's soaking this whole time, picking up 5 kills, just destroying Vancouver's morale, and they take a big lead. And the next few hills get a little bit mixy, but this advantage that they get on P2, I think this really kind of iced the map for Optic here, because it gave them such a big kind of cushion to take into the mixier hills that we end up seeing next. And really just an unbelievable performance from Big Dashy there. And really what I wanted to highlight, I mean, we can see him 38 and 16, almost a minute on hill, and that just gets better towards the end of the map. But those are the kind of the big kind of clips I just wanted to highlight, because I think it shows like a mix of what he did really well on this map and why it was such a big step up from him, because it was a little bit of a slow map. We see Shotzi and Mercules here not having the greatest of maps. Hoop was great and doing a lot of good things. I do always kind of stress that kills and deaths are not the be all and end all, but just a takeover map from him, and one that I wanted to highlight and break down today. So hopefully some useful things for anyone watching to kind of take with them. Hopefully things we can implement in games and rank play. And yeah, just a great map, one that I loved watching, and one that will live long in the memory. I think it's an all-time champs performance, really, from Dashy there. So for everyone that watched, thank you for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you can. Helps me out a huge ton. Thank you guys for watching.